I immediately bought a copy of Unto This Last, 4 essays by John Ruskin, when I read that it had changed the course of Mahatma Gandhi's life. I hoped for soaring arches of brilliant thoughts constructing a great cathedral of vision, but instead I found dense thickets of long Victorian sentences and rambling classical asides that half hid the wonderful insights. I wrote a draft of the text so that I could understand the treasures that had inspired Gandhi, and this publication is the result. Ruskin, 1819 to 1900, wrote these essays whilst the American Civil War raged over the issue of slavery. The Church was a powerful institution and a moral arbiter. Britain was growing richer as a result of the First Industrial Revolution, but the standard of living amongst the urban poor was decreasing. Thus, the clear focus of Unto This Last is the world of labour and commerce. It scours at our preconceptions and reveals both decay and corruption, as well as ancient and proven solutions. It's certainly not a condemnation of industry, far from it, but it is a heartfelt plea for us to put the welfare of humanity first. Ruskin's premise is similar to that of Cicero, living nearly 2 millennia before, who stated, "The precepts of the law are these: to live honestly, to injure no one, and to give everyone else his due." Successive industrial revolutions have concentrated astonishing capital and manufacturing power in a relatively small number of hands. In 2023, the richest 1% of the world's population held nearly 50% of global wealth. Unto This Last questions the system that allows financial power to concentrate in the hands of those who do not use their strength for the common good. They tell us that this is progress, but for whom? In the same way, the essays challenge the business practices that reduce quality and keep consumers in ignorance, particularly when necessities such as food, water, energy and medicine are at stake. Ruskin argues that this pretense is built to fail, and that rotten goods, the inevitable result, are ruinous for morale. As Ayn Rand said, "So you think that money is the root of all evil? Have you ever asked what is the root of all money?" Ruskin's essays throw light into this dark corner. Now, in 2026, the digital revolution continues to metastasize through automation, supercomputing, nano-everything, robotics, biotechnology, and pervasive AI. On our current course, it seems likely that large companies will have the economic and political power to liberate most of us from the dignity of work, whether we like it or not. This may release us into a life of leisure, or one of subjugation, beholden to a capricious paymaster. Ruskin reminds us that a person is not merely a unit of economic production and consumption. He recognizes that all humans need to respect money, but also our relationships, health, wisdom, and the enjoyment of these gifts. Now, more than ever before, we need to be reminded of the true meaning of wealth. Awareness of this is the core of the ethical governance which we so urgently need worldwide to meet the challenges ahead of us. At the heart of Unto This Last is outrage at the damage to individual lives, communities, and the environment as a result of industrialization. 160 years later, whilst we witness the slow-motion global annihilation of the natural world on which we depend, this is even more relevant. It affects every one of us, every day. When land is lost to industry or housing, it's lost forever. When pharmaceutical companies sell drugs that poison rather than heal us, the effects maim or kill. When we poison our seas and our rivers, we poison ourselves. We need green fields and blue oceans to feed us. We need pure air to breathe and water to drink. The choice is ours, if we are free.